Hackliers, this is Hien, and I'm going to be doing a video on the future developments of the Foy Auto Tuner. So let's go ahead and switch over. I actually created a PowerPoint presentation, make it a little nice, so hopefully you can see words and numbers and be a little clearer than me just throwing stuff. So it'll be a little more organized. So let's go ahead and switch over. Alright, so here's my presentation on Prezi. Let me go ahead and hit the present button here, and here we go. Alright, so here's a little summary of what we're going to talk about. Future development, we're going to talk about pricing, and after talking about pricing, I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. So probably should add it as a bullet point. And then future leverage trading projects. So it's going to be related to HAAS still, but you'll be able to leverage and be able to short and call. So not only make money when the market's going up, but when it's going down. Okay. Alright, future development. So as of this point, we're going to be integrating it's not complete yet, but a trailing stop loss when it's a profit. So we'll be able to detect when the Mad Hatter bot is in a positive trade while in a buy order. It'll be able to kind of estimate its current ROI without having to sell it yet, estimate it, and if it's in a positive, then we can lock in those profits by placing a stop order, a trailing stop order, using the HAAS bot extension that's new to that HAAS recently added, which is really awesome. Kind of feature. Now the thing about this is that using the tuner, we can place smart trailing stop losses instead of placing it too early when it's entering into trade. It can just continue dropping, but then later on pick back up. Well, you don't want to be stopped out too early, so you'll be able to watch and wait until you have a positive ROI before it starts to stop loss and lock in profits. Okay, so you don't get stopped out too early on a negative, okay, because that'll be bad. On top of that, once that's done, we're able to tune about maybe 75 coins on our own before we start to hit kind of API limits or CPU loads that the computer can't handle unless you have a really more cores on your VPS. With Wolfpack tuning, we'll be able to kind of dedicate a certain amount of coins that we're tuning to the shared database that I'm hosting on my server, and everyone will be able to kind of report up to that common shared database. And once a wolf finds a bear, or not bear, is it a bull? Once a wolf finds a bull, it'll notify the entire pack, and we'll just gotta wolf pack, maul it down, take down the bull as a pack by tuning as a pack, and that'll be really powerful. So not only that, we'll be able to monitor a wide range of coins with a wide range of different one-click solution, Cosmos, Foy tuning, frequent trade, one-click solution, and also any other tuning method that we will put together in the future. And on top of that, have those tuning settings for an exchange, but multiple exchanges that the group may be tuning. So depending what exchange is good, it might switch exchanges, and we'll go to BitMEX, to Binance, who knows what. Wherever the bull is, the pack will know, and we'll maul it down and bring home the bacon for our families. Okay. Now that I'm excited for that feature, and once that's done, we'll be able to free up resources of tuning, or what's that, resources that we're running SimBots, 75 SimBots. We'll free those up so that we can run more live bots on our portfolio. On our HAAS. When we get to that point, we can then also use API to manage clients' portfolio by API. So we'll be able to log into their API by their key in HAAS. When we find that bull that all the pack knows, we'll be able to clone our settings, or at least save it, and then push that over to our client's portfolio and create the exact same trade settings on our client's HAAS machine. And also when it detects losses, it'll go back in and turn it off or delete it and move money around. Okay, musical chair stuff, kind of stuff. Okay, so on top of that, once that's done, I'm going to be rewriting the Foy tuner code, kind of working backwards. Once I've pushed forward to where it's kind of like all it can do, we're going to be kind of going backwards to the tuning part and the initial guess part and all this other stuff, and tuning by API. Oh, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I was supposed to disable my there it is. Ha. There you go. That's probably better for you guys. I was supposed to disable my ice string color thingy. Okay, so what was I present? I know. I should probably cut this out. I'm gonna leave it in there anyway. All right, so there's that, and let me move forward here. Okay, and then on top of that, rewriting. So then what this will do will definitely increase the performance of the tuner and HAAS. So that in a sense we can work more quickly, we can monitor more coins quickly, and actually cover more ground, and when opportunities come up, we'll be able to be on the spot to create a clone to a live bot much quicker than before. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about pricing. So I just want to say, back in the early days when you guys, it was a clunky, it looked really ugly, but it worked. It tuned a coin, and it left you with the best result in ROI, and that was it. But you had to know what the initial guess was, and people had a hard time kind of getting started because they didn't know what a good initial guess was. And then so we built that onto the one-click solution with the initial guess, and it was at $39, $39.99 per month. It was a 10 plus $29.99 to get into our Wolfpack member. And then about 6 months later, we finally finished the 24/7 tuning, so that we can tune and move on to the next coin and the next coin, and just kind of keep monitoring it, do a timestamp. If it's out of date, or retune it. And the early adopters were able to kind of come in at the $39.99, but later on it was up to $79.99 as an early adopter. So all in all, they came in at $79.99 plus $39.99, which is about $120 per month, or the equivalent of about $1,500 per year, that they were doing just for 24/7 tuning only. Fast forward to today, we now have 24/7 tuning and trading, and we did have it for 1 month, and our early adopters were at this price still. And now we're going to be releasing between every 1 to 2 months, but we've closed it and we've upped it to $15.99 per year. So it's at a yearly license now. You can't do monthly. And with every launch, we'll be doing small price increases after each reopening, just to kind of gauge where it's at. If I notice that the tuner is still performing, the market cat's up, we can release more of the strategy, then we will. But also to make it a little more what's it called, scarce and valuable over time, is if it's producing income and I know it's what it's worth, I'm gonna be able to increase the price that way, because it is producing income for you. Okay. Also, when you come in at whatever year that you came in at, whatever pricing, your price will be locked for renewal. Unless you cancel, then you're gonna have to come back at whatever price that it happens to be at the time. With this, we'll be able to onboard you. We'll provide you training and support, and it's okay if some of you guys are, it might be too much for you guys. Find someone in our Discord, just put a message out there in any of the general tuning channels. Say, hey, I'm looking to buy it, but this might be a little too much for me, but I'm willing to partner with someone. What you get is you get 2 licenses, because we will use one license for purely tuning, and then the other license on a different machine, or on the same machine but as a different Windows user, to monitor the live tests and live confirm bots. So that way we have a better watch of the live accounts, but also at the same time be able to keep our sim bots up to date. But in the meantime, while you guys are starting out, you can share those 2 licenses, one for your friend, one for you. Use that until you get to a point where, hey, you know what, I think I need to have 2 separate ones now, because it's making enough money and I can support it. Then your friend or whatever can then spawn off to his own and jump in when we re-release it again, and he can get his own license, and then you can then keep your 2 licenses, and he'll have his own 2 licenses. So in a sense, to kind of help each other out in the meantime until you guys get picked up, until you then can use 2 licenses on tuning your own coins. Okay. So I just want to make sure that's out there for you guys if you need that support. But you have to go find the people or partner up, find a friend and family that wants to get in on it with you. Okay. All right. So what do you get? What you can get 2 license of that for a 1-year license. You can get all automatic updates pushed to you. You'll be upgraded as a beta wolf in Discord. You get installation support. You'll get my quick start settings file, so the learning curve is pretty quick. Other than making sure the HAAS settings is set up correctly, you load up our initial settings file, and you're pretty much off and running. There's really no learning curve to it because it's already done for you, and it's just that easy. Once you have that, we also, if you don't have a HAAS license yet, in a private members area, you'll have a 10% off to the HAAS license coupon code. And then we'll have a membership training site on the overall strategy, how it all works and stuff. And on top of that, you're going to have your own channel on the Discord. And then what you need to get on your own is the HAAS license and a dedicated VPS. Okay. Now let me take a moment to kind of pause this and kind of show you a demonstration of certain things here. Okay. So let me escape that and let me bust out the FOI tuner. So this is the trailing stop loss here. It's not functioning right now, but you'll be able to add a live trailing stop percentage of maybe, I'd say, 0.5%ish. Enable it, and then also I'm going to add another field of say, hey, once you reach detect a certain positive ROI, maybe anything over 0, anything positive, it'll start to place a stop loss, or maybe at least hit 1 or 2% ROI before you start placing that stop loss, that trailing stop loss on the HAAS bot extension. So this goes for the live T, the test amount, and the confirmed amount. Okay. This is not also working yet, but it will in the future. This is how you be able to set up your clients. You'll be able to add all these trade server IP addresses, retrieve it, and then get their API key. Now you can probably go either way, and I think I'm still kind of working the details of this yet. Will you be able to retrieve the wallet information by API, and then you'll be able to add all the lists of clients here. And I think this will pop up something. Yeah. Then you'll be able to see a list of all your trade server, your API key, account ID, and the actions you want to take, and you'll be able to manage your client's API that way. You can remove them, delete them, kind of thing, and then save it. Okay. So this is just a little working UI for now, but the functionality is not there yet until I get to it. Okay. So this will be all done by API and should be pretty quick and fast. Okay. Now that's pretty much it for that, for managing clients. Now I want to talk about the HAAS server. So each pack leader who has the 24/7 tuner and trader gets their own channel where you can provide your own portfolio and results. Rossi here has been posting up some pretty good stuff here. 14% ROI, his settings. 13% here. Let's see what else we got. 12% there, and 6% there. And so it's just to demonstrate what his management skills and whatnot. And you can talk to him, chat with them, see if you want him. Well, actually, let me take this back. This is where you can also manage portfolios for other clients. So people who come in at Delta Wolf, you'll be able to post your settings just like Rossi here, and be able to kind of set up your own your own resume kind of thing, and chat with people. And if they like you, they may want you to manage their portfolio want you to manage their portfolio at a commission. So you're free to connect with them and set whatever rates you want. It's all, you keep all that. That's all for you. And that's one of the privileges as a pack leader here, that you get upgraded as a beta. And I'll be driving traffic to this Discord on a regular basis, and so people who come in as Delta will be able to talk to one of you guys, and that way benefit on a monthly basis as while you're using the tuner and using the client feature that's here that automatically posts it to them. So it's kind of like an asset for you, and if the tuner generates income for them, you also get an income too on your side. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, kind of thing. But I'm also going to have some training later on how to I guess market yourself, and so that'll be added later on somewhere down here once I'm done with all this client tuner stuff. So in the meantime, you're gonna have to manage it manually. As you get settings, you gotta manually log into your client stuff, and put the settings in for them. Okay. All right. So let me go back over to the presentation. All right. All right. So future projects. So this is something I want to kind of just throw out there. It's not part of the tuner, it's an addition to it. Now once I'm done with the tuner, I thought, like, wouldn't it be a great idea to be able to apply the same tuning but to leverage trading? Because when times are, we're in a bear market and it kind of sucks, well, wouldn't it be awesome to also make money when things are going down? And so I've been eyeing BitMax for a while. I have no idea on where to start. This is where I would, in a sense, have you provide me with your strategies, and what I'll do is I'll code it up and manage the project. And in a sense, for crowdfunding this, you'll be able to have a lifetime license to that, just because you kind of took a chance on me, you risked it. But later on, I know that if you're able to leverage, it's probably worth more than just $1,000. I know when we first started tuning, it was just 40. Now we're up to about 1,500 per year. So for 1,000 lifetime, that's my my offer, I'd say. But later on, I know it's probably going to be worth more if we get this going with leverage, kind of thing. So let me go ahead and kind of give you more details on how that's going to work. Alright, so here's my thing here. So it's basically crowdfunding me and forcing me to create this project. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to be able to share a board, a project management board with you, so you kind of get up to date of what's going on. If you have any feature requests and whatnot, you can add that to it, and we'll make sure that those features get added to it. I'm basically kind of building it for you in a sense to use on a lifetime basis. Okay, I don't have any projected date. I don't know how many people are actually interested in this, but if there's a significant amount of people who are, and you're putting your money where your mouth is, kind of thing, then I will have to create it for you. Okay, so most likely it's gonna happen after I'm done with the 4 local API stuff. But if there's way more than enough that I need, I can then hire a developer and lead the project, and then it can be developed simultaneously. Okay. And we just talked about the project board here. I'll show you that in a little bit, how that's gonna work. But if you invested in this and want to crowdfund it, and it's really risky because you're crowdfunding me with like no know-how of what to do yet, and I need your input on this. But based on what you've seen on my experience with the tuner and how well it's working, then based on that trust and your confidence in me, you can decide whether you want to crowdsource me or not. It's not refundable, but based on that, we may need additional funding from new contributors, but that will be based on, when we release it again, I'll offer it to other pack leaders who want to come in and invest in this, and then offer them the same incentive to kind of crowdfund this. Okay. So, but if it totally does bomb, we'll just give you credit towards the 4 tuner if the project fails, and that's probably the best I can do as a insurance, and I say if it totally bombs. Okay, so I'm asking for $1,000 one time per lifetime license. If you want more, you can ask how you can donate more, and that's kind of my pitch, I guess. Okay, so there it is. But my other thing was my other passion. So if no one wants to go for that, then I'm just gonna throw this out there real quick. Is the Freedom Coin Staffing Agency. Now I'm gonna just kind of link the playlist of this video. I really think there's a real need for this, where I know that money is basically debt. There's no way around it. But instead of storing your gold in a bank, which takes human labor to dig up anyway, and they kind of put value and monetary value into that. Well, if we had a staffing company who say, hey, I did a graphic design or a programming project for an hour, well, let me store my 1 hour in the bank, as value, and then you can then issue a freedom coin to someone else that says, hey, I need a programming job, and then you, great, we'll go to the freedom coin staffing agency, and you can then trade that coin for 1 hour worth of programming for whatever project you have. And so so basically we're able to create debt in a sense, or create money, but stored and backed by human labor or human work. I don't know if I'm confusing you or not, but I'm going to give you a link to a video that kind of explains more in detail, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. But just kind of briefly say, hey, you know what, if you want to donate for this cause, we'll be able to hire a developer for that. We'll share a project management board with you. You'll be part of the council, and this is just more like, you know, I'm going to donate, you know, my own funds to get this project up, and we're going to be running it on EOS, basically there's no way for you could kind of manipulate it in a sense. The only way to really get a freedom coin is put hard work into it. You can't just say, I'm going to slap $1 million in fiat. Well, you can't. You have to hire someone to put time in, and that's how that gets traded into a freedom coin. So that's the thing, because I see that all the cryptos right now, BTC, ETH, is all bought by fiat, and it's all traded back to fiat. So no matter what, it's still manipulated and, you know, created out of thin air by fiat, rather than putting hard work, human labor as the source of the fund into freedom coin. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So let me show you the project management board real quick. I'm gonna log into my let's see here, right here. This is our project management board right now. I kind of manage other stuff in here on my other drop shipping stuff, but you'll get a little peek in there. It's okay. But I want to show you this little section here where I'm able to share a board with you. So with this here, see here, there you go. I'll be able to create a new board that's called let's see, Freedom Coin, or the leverage trading project. And then I'll be able to invite you into this board, and we'll be able to sort out tasks, assign persons, you can approve it or not, and I kind of keep you up to date of the project here. And I can add as many people as I want to this shared guests and subscribers. Okay, so anything that happens, you're getting updates, you'll be able to be on top of it because you invested it, and you're going to be able to add your features, your inputs into the project for the leverage trading tuning project. And we'll probably do the same for the Freedom Coin too, and you'll be part of the council. Okay. Alright, so that is enough of that. Okay. Let me go back to my presentation. Oop, it's where's my present? There it is. Alright, so let me go back to present. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I want to say thank you for supporting this project and for helping other families. You're a pack leader, and just make sure that, you know, even though, you know, whatever we do here, make sure that you put family first. You know, like, we can be working hard to provide, but, you know, our kids are growing fast. You know, it's amazing how fast they grow, how fast they develop, and all of a sudden, like, hey, you know, at 10 more years, my daughter's going to be off to high school, and, you know, she'll be a teenager by then, and then 5 more years, and then she'll off to college, and see you later, kind of thing. So, yeah, so that's all I have for today. It's now officially open. You just click on the link to go to the next page, and then you'll be another short video to show you how to purchase by crypto or by PayPal, and what's going to be happening next. Thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for supporting me, and we'll talk to you later.